Yo, what is up guys? It's me exactly back bringing some more daily NBA news. And it feels so good to be back here after my quick one day off. By the way, thank you for all the birthday wishes yesterday. I tried to see as many as I could, but you guys were just sending so many that I couldn't keep up at one point. Anyways, thank you for coming back once again. You guys are of course the real MVPs, and if you're new here, if this is your first time, then welcome. You are also greatly appreciated, but make sure that you smack that sub button and hit the bell as well so you can stay up to date with everything that goes on in the NBA on a daily basis. But now, let's just take a look at everything that is going on in the NBA. But first, a quick word about this video sponsor, JumpShotTrainer.com. Train like the pros, or maybe not, but at least train using JumpShot Trainer's proven technique of eliminating resistance from your offhand to improve your shot accuracy. Visit the links in the description box below to learn more. For our first story of the day, I'm sure by now that you've all heard the diss track that Lonzo Ball dropped on Kyle Kuzma. Sadly, I can't play any of it for you guys because of copyright strike reasons, but I will have the link to it in the description box below so you can check it out after the video. But I mean, the song is literally called Kylie Kuzma, and also talks about how Kyle Kuzma doesn't have a relationship with his dad or even know who his dad is. So Lonzo Ball was going all in on Kyle Kuzma in that diss track. But of course, we all know that it was done in good humor. There is no actual beef between Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma, so it's no big deal. But apparently, it is a big deal to the Los Angeles Lakers, and not because Lonzo Ball was taking shots at Kyle Kuzma, but for other reasons, as we are getting reports in saying that the Lakers are still upset with Lonzo because of this diss track. Yeah, like honestly, if you're the Lakers, first of all, Lonzo and Kuz has proven himself in terms of work ethic in his rookie season 10 times over. I mean, this guy was incredible for them. He was a great find at the end of the first round, first team all rookie, but he still has some growth to do. He's still working on different aspects of his game. He has a lot of work to do this summer, and Lonzo, as Magic Johnson has said, Rob Pelinka has said, needs to get in the weight room. I think Magic called it the most important summer of his life, so the optics aren't great. So they're upset with Lonzo Ball because he's goofing around in the studio instead of hitting the weight room in what they describe to be the most important summer of his life. But not only are they upset because of that, they're also upset because it's not a good look for the organization when they're trying to recruit LeBron James and Paul George to have two other promising young players goofing off instead of working to get better. It's okay to sell your big baller shoes and put your big baller rap songs out. I thought it was kind of funny. I love Demo with the cameo, get your merch. But when the back and forth between you and Kuz gets a little personal and a little much, you're not just on an IG story. These are actual diss tracks with real production value that you're spending time and energy on. It doesn't look all that professional, and it certainly doesn't look all that serious for a young team that's trying to position itself as a team that wants to win right now. I know the Lakers certainly want to let their guys have fun. I don't mind that on a certain level, but the latest stuff, I've definitely gotten some text messages back and forth from LA people within and outside the organization doing a double take. I can kind of see what they mean here. It's really not that great of a look for the Lakers when you're trying to go after someone like LeBron James. How are you going to tell LeBron that your guys are committed to trying winning right now when he turns around and sees them dropping a diss track on teammates? They're supposed to be working on getting better, but instead they were in the studio. So yeah, I can kind of see what they mean and why they be a little upset about this. For our next bit of news, speaking of Lonzo Ball, our next reports revolve around another rookie from last season, Markelle Fultz, as we got reports in saying that most executive in the Sixers management didn't want to draft Fultz, but Colangelo overruled what everyone else had to say and drafted him anyway. After Fultz struggled in his workout with the Sixers last June, league sources say some Sixers front office members suggested that despite making the trade, the team should have taken a second look at Tatum or Lonzo Ball. But the idea was shot down by Colangelo. According to sources, Fultz was the choice. There was no turning back. So even after Philly made the trade with the Boston Celtics, there were people within the organization like, hold up. This guy wasn't so great when we had him working out. Let's look at Lonzo Ball or Jayson Tatum. Colangelo said no, and they got Markelle Fultz. Now, it's really hard to judge how big of a mistake this was for the Philadelphia 76ers right now, because we really never got to see a healthy Markelle Fultz. But at the same time, it's also kind of hard to imagine a healthy Markelle Fultz being much better or better at all than what Jayson Tatum is looking like he's about to be. And they also had a huge opportunity to screw over Boston here, because Boston did that trade, of course, thinking that Jayson Tatum would still be there, the guy that they really wanted would still be there with the 3rd pick. So if Philly actually turned around and took Jayson Tatum with the #1 overall pick after trading with the Boston Celtics, the Celtics would have been screwed. The Sixers would have swindled a team that swindles everybody else, and they'd probably be looking like geniuses for it right now. Because once again, no disrespect towards Markelle Fultz, I still have hope that he can be the star in this league that we all thought he was going to be leading up until the NBA draft. But a young core of Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and Jayson Tatum, the Philadelphia 76ers wouldn't have had to worry about going out and trying to get another big name free agent for at least the next 10 or 15 years. Next up in the news, Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum trade rumors have been in circulation amongst fans so far this summer after they got swept in the 1st round by the New Orleans Pelicans. But of course, it was nothing serious. It's just talk amongst us fans. However, Damian Lillard isn't doing much to calm down those trade talks at all. As yesterday, after one Twitter user wrote, "I see a few Blazers fans talk of trading Damian Lillard because we can't top Golden State. Because of that mentality, can't win a title, so blow it up. So annoying. I want to watch his career with us and enjoy the ride wherever he takes us, ideally to that title." And Damian Lillard responded by saying, "Careful what they wish for," meaning that if Blazers fans wish him gone, their wish might come true. They might not like that when it happens. Now, personally, I don't know of too many Blazers fans that want to trade Damian Lillard. Even though he was kind of a no-show in the playoffs this year, they still love Damian Lillard. He's still the heart and soul of that team. And I feel like if Dame ever does get traded, it'll be because he asked for a trade. But that's not happening unless, of course, the team stops proving to him that they're trying to win a championship. He has said this many times. For our next story of the day, soon to be restricted free agent Jabari Parker, we're getting some news about him, and it's going to be a very interesting summer for Jabari Parker indeed, since no one knows where he could end up. I'm sure some team out there is going to throw him a max or a near max deal, and at that point it'll be up to the Milwaukee Bucks to determine if they want to match that contract, do a sign and trade, or just let him walk. So he really could end up anywhere. Anyways, yesterday we got some video footage of Jabari Parker working on his jump shot with one of the best shooters that the NBA has ever seen, Ray Allen. It's good to see Jabari working on getting a consistent jumper. That's one area of his game, besides staying healthy, he really lacks in. He has a little bit of a jumper, but it's far from consistent. And Jabari Parker still has potential to be a star in this league. But he also still has potential to be one of those players who had a lot of potential but never lived up to it for one reason or another. In Jabari Parker's case, it'll be because of injury. And for our final story of the day, we are getting some terrible news in regarding lottery draft prospect Michael Porter Jr., as he just canceled a couple of his workouts because of a strained hip. Former Missouri forward Michael Porter Jr. canceled his second pro day in Chicago on Friday because of a strained hip. Porter couldn't get out of bed because of muscle spasms, according to the sources. The guy couldn't even get out of bed. That doesn't sound good, especially coming from Michael Porter Jr. I mean, this is the last thing that he needed to have happen a week before the NBA draft. Considering the whole question about Michael Porter Jr. isn't talent-wise, we already know that he's one of, if not the most talented player in this draft. But the thing is, will that talent ever be able to stay on the court? Will he ever play? Because it's injury after injury. However, we are still getting reports that teams are still interested in Michael Porter Jr. just because they don't want to miss out on what could be the next Joel Embiid, as one NBA executive had this to say: "Everyone is worried about missing out on a star. No one wants to miss out on another Joel Embiid. He could be like another Embiid, talented player but injury prone. However, just as easily as Michael Porter could be the next Joel Embiid, actually even easier than that, he could turn out to be the next Greg Oden, and no one wants to select the next Greg Oden. Anyways, that is going to bring us to today's question of the day. Does the Philadelphia 76ers have taken Jayson Tatum, or do you still have faith in Markelle Fultz? Let me know down in the comment section below, but that is going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smack that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more daily NBA news. Thank you once again for watching. I'll see all of you right back here tomorrow, but until then, keep getting the Bucks team as you see, and I'm out of here. Peace!